of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
With Westco's Zephyrs head coach Jeremiah Luber ahead of first pitch tonight between the Z's and the Alliance Spartans. Coach, coming off a weekend in which you had some schedule adjustments, and it wound up basically just a 3-game home weekend series with Wheatland. You won the opener, dropped the 2 games in the doubleheader on Saturday. Overall, what'd you make of things from Friday and Saturday against the Lobos?
Well, kind of struggled a little bit, throwing strikes and made some plays. There were a lot of good things and just some things that, didn't go our way. Some bounces didn't go our way. And then, some things where we shot ourselves in the foot that kind of cost us those 2 games. So
I know, and you've been without Hunter McCollum now for a couple of weeks or maybe about 10 days or so. And, he's so key when it comes to pitching as your number one arm. When he's not pitching, he's out at shortstop. So that kind of shows you the type of athlete he is and what you rely on him to do. That's a big loss when you don't have him in the lineup.
Yeah, and we've made do with Porter and Jared have done a great job at the plate. They've been able to play all over the infield and they're stepping up, and then we just got to have our other guys step up and throw strikes on the mound, and our end of the season here is not as jam-packed as it's been earlier in the year, which kind of worked out well. So we're just going to have guys compete on the mound and make up for those lost innings. Yeah,
some of the real bright spots right now as far as offense is concerned. Tate's now up over 400, hitting 408. You mentioned Porter at 368. Of course, it's been a season-long hot streak for Creighton. Dyke right now hitting 447. Got some other Jared now at 324. So guys have made plenty of strides as this year's moved along at the plate.
Yeah, we're seeing the ball well, getting some good swings in there. And, one thing we really got to improve on is just doing those things, those little things in between those hits that we get, hit and run, getting bunts down to make sure that we can maximize the amount of runs that we can score.
So tonight, an Alliance team that's, they've been so good for the last couple of years. Carlos has done a great job with the program. You've played them one time already, an 8-7 loss. I think that was the 11 a.m. game on Sunday, final day of the Woodbad tournament. Probably one. Boy, you wish you could go back and find a way to get that one in the win column. What can you tell us about that matchup and how the Alliance wind up getting the W?
Well, we played really well. Jace Heimerman in that game on the mound, he did a great job of competing after he gave up a 4 spot in the 3rd inning, kept us in it, gave us a chance. And, we did a good job of putting the ball in play, there in the last inning against DeBray, and good things happened for us. I believe we had the winning run in scoring position and couldn't quite get that big hit. That's happened to us a couple times this year, and then we've gone into extra.
Moving forward to tonight, what do you have in mind as far as who you're handing the baseball to and the expectations for starters?
Well, Creighton Dyke's going to go on the mound for us tonight. You know, he wasn't able to pitch this past weekend because we needed him behind the plate, and so we're looking for him to go in there and throw strikes and really work in his off speed. If his changeup's on, his curveball's on, that'll give us the best chance to win, keep their hitters off balance.
Speaking of Creighton, he'll get one final game at Bearcat Stadium on Friday night. And, of course, I know, being a football coach and he being a key guy along the line, you've seen him plenty around the high school football program. So that'll be fun for Creighton to play one more time at Bearcat Stadium on his home turf.
Yeah, you bet. And just to be able to get the football going as well, and hopefully everything goes as planned, and we're excited about that. You know, here in Nebraska, we have the ability to do that. They've already done the Shrine Bowl, and exciting, looking forward to hopefully being able to make it work in the fall.
And we'll get you out of here on this one. Wrap up with our key to the game tonight with Westco head coach Jeremiah Luber. Z's and Alliance. Key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of that lifetime warranty, and you get it with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto. So a team that can pitch it, they can swing it. What do you guys have to do to give yourself a chance in this one tonight, Coach?
Well, I think on the mound, our off speed's got to be on. Our guys, they got to have their curveball, changeup, slider really working well to be able to keep their hitters off balance. I think that's going to be a big key.
There you have it. We're just getting a little bit closer here to first pitch. Bauer-Shanklin Field in Alliance, Spartans, and the visitors tonight, the Westco Zephyrs. We'll be back with TV and radio coverage continuing right after this. Coach, appreciate the time.
Thanks a bunch. Appreciate it, Chris.
We're back tonight on our Platte Valley.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Earlier was just a 5-inning contest in the juniors game as the Westco Express come here to Bauer-Shanklin Field and win big 11-0. Wyatt Hunt got the start on the mound in the juniors game. Aaron Price came in and relieved, and a third pitcher closed things out. Meyer in the 5th inning, a 10-run first for the Express, and they win it tonight by the final score of 11-0. Here for the seniors, 8-15 is the record for the Westco Zephyrs, 23-12 for the Alliance Spartans. Alliance played a ton of baseball over the weekend. They've got the juniors area tournament, if you will, coming up this weekend. Gearing will be involved here, and so they're trying to get their pitching lined up for action for the weekend, and coming off a heavy workload from this past weekend, they will throw Chance Crow, one of their arms a little further down in the rotation. Of course, we mentioned Hunter McCollum's been banged up, and he's not available tonight for the Zephyrs. Creighton Dyke's going to get the start on the mound for the Z's here tonight against Alliance. The numbers on the year for Dyke, 14 innings. He's got an ERA of 7.50. In 14 innings, he's allowed 25 hits, 27 runs, albeit just 15 of those earned. He struck out 10, and he's walked 8. Let's get you the rest of our WNCC starting lineups for both these clubs tonight. We'll start with the visiting Zephyrs. They'll look like this. Starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. You can always learn more at WNCC.edu. EDU. For the Z's, Wyatt Hott going to lead things off and play center field. Jared Baltazar bats second and plays shortstop. Creighton Dyke, the starting pitcher for the Zephyrs, hits third this evening. Tate Carson cleaning up and playing third base. KJ Hartline at second, batting fifth. In the sixth spot in the order, it'll be Jace Heimerman playing left. Catching Dario Rodriguez, batting seventh. In the eighth spot, Andon Pittman. He'll be the first baseman tonight. And rounding out that starting nine for Jeremiah Luber's bunch for the Zephyrs, Chris Snelling will bat ninth and play right field. And again, Creighton Dyke getting the start on the mound for the Zephyrs. Let's turn things to the Alliance side of the scorebook. Their lineup starts with Chase King in right field. Batting second, Colin Schroyer, the second baseman. Kason Clark at third base, hitting third. Batting cleanup and playing shortstop is Trevor Dubray. Jacob Callan hits fifth. He'll play first base. Joel Baker, fresh off an all-star basketball appearance over the weekend at Cougar Palace, bats sixth and plays left field, so he was unavailable for the weekend action up in South Dakota for the Alliance Spartans over the weekend. EJ Gomez is the catcher. He'll bat seventh. AJ Escamilla, the designated hitter. He'll hit in the eighth spot. Kirk Sanders plays center field and hits ninth. Chance Crow gets the start on the mound this evening for the Alliance Spartans. Carlos Palamo done a tremendous job since taking over here with the Alliance Legion baseball program. He's got their record now at 23-12. They have played a lot of baseball. They've played 35 games so far this year. And for the Zephyrs right now at 23, 8, and 15, the record. At last check, we had a weather delay tonight at Oregon Trail Park in Gering, with Gordon in town to take on Gering Platte Valley Companies. So at last check, a delay over in Gering tonight for Legion Baseball with Jeff Kelly. Once that thing gets started, Jeff will have the action for you on 93.3 KMOR and online streaming at KMORFM.com. Lineups being introduced right now here on site at Bauer Shanklin Field. Again, in the juniors contest, a big-time victory for the Express as they downed Alliance by the score of 11-0. A few minutes away from first pitch here this evening, and I'm going to expect a high-scoring ball game tonight. Now, broadcaster predictions sure to go wrong. We'll see if that winds up being the case, but we could see some runs here this evening. Chance Crow, the starter for Alliance. They will not be using any of their top two, probably three arms. Gomez, Garza, and Dubray all pitched recently in the game last night against Bridgeporter, back to Saturday and Sunday in their tournament action. And Creighton Dyke mentioned that 7.5 ERA. We'll see if he can throw strikes and get that breaking stuff over the plate, get some of these Alliance bats off balance tonight, and see if he can come out and give a few good innings here early before maybe the Zephyrs look to make a change on the mound. We'll step away, wrap things up. Chris Catrone with you from our Logos broadcast location here, just to the left of the press box under the awning here at Bauer Shanklin Field and Alliance. Logos, your home for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Shop the showroom. You can go ahead and have something custom made as well. That's at Logos, 1344 10th Street in Gering. Platte Valley Company's pregame show, wrapping things up right now. We'll come back with first pitch momentarily right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Join us in Mitchell, Nebraska for the 133rd Annual Scottsbluff County Fair, July 25th through August 1st. Evening events start on Tuesday with the FAA Alumni Chore Time. Wednesdays, the Heartland Truck and Tractor Pull. Local stock at 6, main event to follow. Thursday is Dueling Pianos by Fun Pianos. Friday, it's the No Limits Monster Truck Competition. Then on Saturday, it's the 37th Annual Rubber Check Race. And on August 15th, it's the Demo Derby. For tickets, call 632-1828 or visit ScottsBluffCountyFairgrounds.com.
Be water wise. Did you know that most people over-fertilize their lawns and gardens? This means your fertilizer and money wash down the storm drain into our waterways, where it makes dangerous algae grow. So the next time you fertilize the yard, remember, you're not just fertilizing your lawn, so don't overwater or use fertilizer when rain is in the forecast. Smart waterways add to clean water. This is a message from Tri-City Stormwater.
Of our national anthem.
Bauer Shanklin Field in Alliance, the location for tonight. Broadcasting on KNEB.TV, 106.9 The Trail, and KHYYFM.com as we get set for first pitch here just moments away. Umpiring crew, the two-man crew led by home plate umpire Scott Golian tonight, meeting quickly with Westco skipper Jeremiah Luber, and it looks like Alliance catcher E.J. Gomez right now. It'll be Chance Crow getting the start on the mound for Alliance here this evening. Top three in the order for the Westco Zephyrs once again will be Wyatt Hott, Jared Baltazar, and Creighton Dyke. Just moments away from first pitch. Our first pitch always brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, located at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's love at 425 degrees. Dan Marshall, his crew, they do a great job there. Papa Murphy's in Scottsbluff, and they've always got a sweet deal for you with the Papa Murphy's Tex Club. So we settle in here for a 7-inning contest. Of course, the juniors game was slated for 7 as well. Went 5 as the Express got the opening win of the night. Hopefully Westco can make it a 2-0 sweep. This Alliance team can really swing the bats. We won't see it. It doesn't appear any of their top few arms here tonight, with E.J. Gomez, J.J. Garza, and Trevor Dubray all having gotten plenty of work over the last few days. Crow out on the mound. I've got a pretty good look at him right now on some warm-up tosses. Spinning a decent curveball in there. Not going to see the top-end velocity of a Dubray or a Garza, but that's the choice tonight for Alliance skipper Carlos Palamo. Kason Clark and Colin Schroyer. Quick words of encouragement from their corner infield spots will set that defense for you for Alliance here in just a moment. First pitch brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, and we are underway. Wyatt Hott leads things off for the Zephyrs. Hott's got his average over 300 on the year, 308. He is 16 out of 52 officially. Here's the pitch from Crow. Hott sprays one foul, out of play, third base side. 0-2 count on Wyatt Hott. He stands in, the left-handed leadoff hitter. The pitch from Crow. Little chopper, rolls it foul over near the Zephyrs dugout. First base side, Jared Baltazar waits on deck. He'll be followed by Creighton Dyke. Jeremiah Luber coaching over in the third base box, the head man for the Z's. Crow's pitch, and a wave and a miss for Wyatt Hott. He goes down swinging to start the ball game tonight. That'll bring up Jared Baltazar, hitting .324 on the season. Jared's got 18 runs driven in, 24 hits. The right-handed hitting shortstop waits on the pitch from Crow. Worked away from Baltazar, got a swing and a miss. Pitch from Crow. Just misses, 1-1 the count. Sky's darkening just a little bit. Infield roller, Clark in fair territory, throws it across, and a good pick at first by Colin Schroyer for out number 2. Baltazar retired 5-3, and quickly 2 away here in the top of the first inning for the Zephyrs. At last check, we did have a weather delay in Gehring at Oregon Trail Park for Platte Valley Companies and Gordon. We hope to avoid that sort of fate here in Alliance tonight. And Creighton Dyke still well over 400 on the year, batting .447 for the Zephyrs. Leads the team with 3 home runs, and he's got 24 RBIs. The pitch from Crow. And Dyke takes outside the strike zone. Another pitch from Crow. Creighton looks at one high. Yeah, so his teammates along the offensive or defensive lines playing on Saturday in the All-Star game will be Joe McLeod, Trayton Travnicek, and Terrence Mokiak. Also playing for Scottsbluff High School will be Caleb Walker in the backfield. Garrett Kahn will be in there from Gehring. 3-1 the count now on Creighton Dyke. First 2 men have been retired. Crow goes to the breaking ball, left it up in the strike zone, and that had to have Creighton Dyke coming out of his shoes. Trying to jump on that one, fouled it back. 3-2 the count, 2 away. And the pitch from Chance Crow. And he lost him ball 4. Creighton Dyke's aboard. So a 2-out base runner, and that'll bring up Tate Carson. Defensively, mentioned Clark at third. Trevor Dubray, the outstanding shortstop for Alliance. Colin Schroyer at second. Jacob Callan at first. We'll get you the outfield in a moment. First pitch swinging for Carson. They'll go the short route to second for the force out. So we'll set that Alliance outfield when we get to the second inning. Zephyrs get a 2-out base runner via the walk. Creighton Dyke stranded at first after a half inning of play here in Alliance tonight. Scoreless on the West Coast scoreboard.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
KNEB.TV. We had bottom one here at Bowershanklin Field in Alliance. We're scoreless. Top of the lineup for Alliance. First three men do will be Chase King, Colin Schroyer, and Kason Clark. Creighton Dyke getting the start on the mound tonight for the Zephyrs. And his first pitch of the ball game is hit high in the air. First pitch swinging, and Wyatt Hott makes the catch in center field. King retired quickly, and that'll bring up Colin Schroyer. Defensively, he's got his battery mate behind the plate. That's Dario Rodriguez. Tate Carson at third. Jared Baltazar at short. KJ Hartline now in the infield. He's at second base tonight. And at first base, Andon Pittman. Jace Heimerman in left. Wyatt Hunt in center. And in right field for the Zephyrs is Chris Snelling. A swing and a miss. Quickly an 0-2 count on Colin Schroyer. Rural Radio Network Legion baseball coverage tonight. And now Schroyer gets hit by the 0-2 pitch. Creighton Dyke going to be frustrated with himself on that one. Couldn't get over the top on that breaking ball and let it hang high and inside. And that gets Schroyer up on that left shoulder area. That'll bring in the left-handed hitting Kason Clark, starting third baseman. And Dyke misses down and in, ball one. Schroyer leads from first, scoreless. Alliance with the Carolina Blue home tops on tonight. White home game pants. Zephyrs in the green away tops and gray road pants here tonight. 1-1 the count, one away, one on. First inning. Throw over to Pittman. Schroyer in easily. Pitch from Dyke is slapped into center. That ball's down. Schroyer will turn and head to third base. And sliding in underneath the tag is Colin Schroyer. Wyatt Hott's throw beat the base runner. Tate Carson applied the tag up high on the body. And the umpire says in safely before the tag hit the body. So a base hit for Kason Clark. Well struck ball into center. And Alliance has him at the corners with one out. That'll bring up Trevor Dubray. Dubray hits from a slightly closed stance. He shows bunt. Pulls the bat back and takes a strike. Late break from first base, and Clark's in at second with a steal. So now a real RBI opportunity for Dubray. Runners at second and third, one out. And Trevor waits on the pitch from Dyke. This one down in the dirt. Blocked by Rodriguez. 1-1 the count. A good start tonight. Could be crucial for the Zephyrs. A little bit shorthanded. Hunter McCollum hurt. Porter Robbins out of town at Cornhusker State games. And the pitch from Dyke to Dubray. Got in on the handle that time. Pitched him inside. Got him to pop one up into foul territory. Back to the net. And no play for Dario Rodriguez. Ball and two strikes. We'll see if Creighton can find the put-away pitch here on Dubray. He's ahead in the count, a ball and two strikes. Again, runners lead from second and third. 2 on, 1 out. And the curveball, similar to the Schroyer at bat. 2 strikes, lost the curve, high and inside. He hit Schroyer. This time Dubray gets out of the way. 2-2 pitch from Creighton Dyke. Little chopper on the infield. Carson charges, throws across to Pittman. They get the out at first, and they hold the runner at third base. And now Jacob Callan, the man on the spot for the Alliance Spartans. They've got 2 in scoring position, but now 2 away, and Creighton Dyke can really focus his attention on the man at the plate. There's a breaker over for strike 1 from Creighton Dyke. He'll throw the kitchen sink at Alliance tonight. Callan, wide open stance. The right-handed hitting first baseman looks at one upstairs. Zephyrs lost 2 of 3 over the weekend at home against Wheatland, Wyoming. They're 1-3 against the Lobos so far this year. Callan skies one, back of the first base dugout, now to play. 1-2 the count on the Alliance first baseman. Creighton Dyke 0-2 record, that ERA elevated at 7.50. He has thrown 14 innings trying to get out of the first with nothing allowed. Chopper on the infield, going to be a tough play for Carson. He bobbled, and the throw late. That'll be an error on Carson. Schroyer comes in to score. Clark moves to third. No RBI. Alliance on the board first here tonight. And now Joel Baker is the hitter. Scored 8 points in the Panhandle Prep All-Star basketball game on Friday night at Cougar Palace. The outgoing senior here at Alliance High School. He'll head to Concordia to play basketball for his college days. And Baker looks at one wide. Low and away. 1-0 the count. Runners at the corners. The 1-0 pitch from Creighton Dyke is down low, ball 2 to Joel Baker. Schroyer scored the game's first run moments ago. 1-0 Alliance. Baker looks at a called strike, 2-1. Clark, the runner at third. Callan leads from first. He reached on the air. That allowed the run to score, the 2-1. Smashed into center. Can Hott get there? He can't. Plays it on the bounce. Another run comes in to score. Alliance has their second tally here in the first inning. Joel Baker picks up the RBI single as Clark comes in to score. And Callan stops at second. So still an opportunity here with E.J. Gomez hitting. Gomez checks the swing, down low, ball 1. Baker on at first, an RBI single. Callan, the runner at second, reached on an error. Creighton Dyke could have been out of this inning. He's not. Now it's 2-0 the pitch. And Gomez looks at one high and inside. Runners lead from first and second. Now a 2-1 count. Gomez, stocky, compact, well put together. And of course he's the catcher for Alliance. Chopper, that will get just foul. Little roller down the third base line. Runners will retreat. Like these Carolina Blue Alliance pullovers. Good color matchup with the Zephyrs green. Dyke's 2-2 pitch on the way. Wrapped into the hole between third and short. One run's going to score. No, they will hold the man up at third base. That's Callan as Coach Palamo puts the stop sign up. And the bases are loaded now for Alliance. third hit of the inning. They'll get a courtesy runner on now for Beluska. Will courtesy run for Gomez, who will get back to the dugout, slap the catcher's gear on. A.J. Escamilla, the designated hitter here tonight for Alliance. Open stance from the right side. Dyke on the mound. Sacks are full in the pitch. And he was swinging away early in the count. First pitch, Hack fouls it back to the screen. 0-1 with 2 outs. Alliance leading 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Heartline, Heimerman, and Rodriguez do for the Zephyrs in the top of the second. 0-2 count now on Escamilla. It's a big spot for Dyke early. And he misses upstairs high.
1-2 count.
Cowan, Baker, and Gomez all take their leads. They're full for Alliance as Escamilla pops one back and out of play. Pitch from Dyke. This ball hit in the air. Out to, that'll be playable on the, now just down on the outfield grass behind second base. Play made easily there by KJ Heartline. Alliance sends 8 to the plate. They score twice and leave them loaded after 1. Spartans lead the Zephyrs 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It's been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Off of Westco in the top of the second baseman.
Chris Catrone with you tonight, KNEB.TV, radio on the trail, and streaming at KHYYFM.com. Top of the second inning, Zephyrs in an early 2-0 hole. Chance Crow back on the mound. The starting pitcher tonight for the Spartans. Little chopper near the plate, a foul ball off the bat of KJ Heartline leading things off. Zephyrs sent 4 to the plate in the first, so 5, 6, and 7. Heartline on the season, batting .288. He's got 14 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Crow. Popped up. Foul territory. Will there be a play? There will not. And that one bounces into the Zephyrs cheering section over on the first base side. Oh, 2 count on KJ Heartline. Third baseman Kason Clark was in front of the bag, now about even with third base with 2 strikes. The pitch to Heartline, and Crow bounces that one in front of home. And that skips to the backstop. On deck, Jace Heimerman, and then it'll be Dario Rodriguez, the third man due up here in the inning. Pitch from Crow, fastball high. 2-2 the count.
And that 2-2 delivery is wrap foul, third base side. 3:35 down the line and left. Very gettable along the right field line at 3:20. Heartline hits it that direction, but this ball is skied into short right. The play made by second baseman Colin Stroyer, retreating into the outfield grass. First out here in the second. That'll bring up Jace Heimerman. So far for Heimerman this year, the average down at 143. He's driven in 10 runs. He hits with nobody on. And the pitch from Crow, a curveball for a called strike. Dario Rodriguez waits on deck. Crow got the leadoff man on the pop-up. Now Heimerman looks at one just outside the zone. That first pitch was called the ball, so they've got it wrong on the board. 1-1, I believe, was the signal right there from the home plate umpire. Heimerman so far this year has struck out 20 times and walked 7 times. The pitch from Crow. Ripped into center, charging and making the play easily out there is Kirk Sanders. So that outfield left to right, Joel Baker, Sanders, who just made the play, and Chase King in right. And now Dario Rodriguez, the hitter, handling the catching duties tonight. And a curveball. Can't find the strike zone. A 1-0 start to this at-bat for Rodriguez. Doesn't hit with his batting gloves, just leaves them kind of tucked into his back pockets hanging out. Little style thing for Rodriguez. See if he reaches and then maybe goes to the batting gloves. The pitch from Sanders, high fastball and a swing and a miss. Now 1-2 the count on the Westco catcher Dario Rodriguez, who's hitting .256. And down swinging goes Rodriguez. Second strikeout of the game for Kirk Sanders through 1.5 here at Bauer Shanklin Field in Alliance. The Spartans lead Westco 2-0 on the Westco scoreboard.
The summer heat is back, but you can keep your cool with new windows from Renewal by Andersen. That's right, Christmas in July is back. Plus, it's also Renewal by Andersen's 25th anniversary. And to celebrate, we are offering no payment, no money down, and no interest for 25 months. That means no payment until 2022 and 20% off every window and door. You'll never see an offer like this again. So call Renewal by Andersen of Wyoming today at 307-215-7493.
Santa's been busy making his list, but the elves at VIAERO are helping him check it twice with big Christmas and July savings on iPhones like a free SE or up to $700 off 11 series with a new line of service and eligible trade. Need 2 lines? Buy one, get one for you and the kids. Hurry in before these deals are gone. Visit a local VIAERO store or viaero.com for more details. VIAERO Wireless, keeping you connected.
Bottom 2 here tonight in Alliance. A 2-0 lead for the Spartans over the Westco Zephyrs. We get busy with the Alliance half of the second. 9-1-2 due up here. So right back to work for Creighton Dyke, and Alliance sent 8 men to the plate in that first. Laying down the bunt is Sanders. Tough play at first, and that'll be a bunt single for Kirk Sanders, leading off the bottom of the second inning for Alliance. So things get tough in a hurry here for Dyke in the second. 9-hole hitter reaches on the bunt single, and back to the top in Chase King. King was retired on a fly ball to Wyatt Hott to begin the game. And now King shows bunt. They've got the 2-0 lead. Trying to sacrifice and move a runner into scoring position with nobody out here in the second. Alliance got a run on an infield error and then a Joel Baker 2-out RBI single in the first. Sanders leads from first. The pitch to King. He's off with the pitch. That ball is hit into left. Stop sign goes up in a hurry for Sanders, and Alliance has the first 2 men aboard with singles. Bunt single, and now a line smash into left. Heimerman got to it quickly and gets it back to the infield. Alliance looking at a possible big scoring inning here, at least the makings of it here early. Nobody out, 2 aboard. The hitter is Colin Schroyer, who was hit by an 0-2 pitch from Dyke, and that really kind of got things moving for the Spartans in the first. Alliance looking for their 24th win of the summer. Pitch from Dyke, and there's a breaking ball that bends back over the inside corner, called strike. It's 0-2. June 18th was opening day in the state of Nebraska, and Alliance has played 35 games in just over a month. The pitch. Rodriguez does a nice job to move his body out to the right, keep that pitch in the dirt in front of him. 1-2 count on Schroyer. Case and Clark on deck. Another swing, another ball popped up. Back here on top of the overhang here at Bauer Shanklin Field. The 1-2 pitch. We'll do it again from Dyke to King. Roller on the infield. Carson gets the first out at second. Relay throw. Not in time. Safe at first base. So a fielder's choice on the ground out. Fielder's choice goes 5-4. Sanders now at third base, and Schroyer swaps spots with King. That'll bring up Case and Clark. Clark singled, stole a base, and scored the second run of the game last inning. A 2-0 lead. Now they've got the runner hung up. The throw's going to come home, sliding in safe, and they pull off the double steal as Sanders gets the stolen base. And the back end of that double steal goes to Schroyer. He's now at second. 3-0 lead for Alliance here in inning number 2. Man in scoring position for Clark now. The pitch. Clark hits one well out to left center on the run. Wyatt Hott tracks it down. Out number 2. So now that 2-out RBI opportunity awaits Trevor Dubray. Dubray grounded out to third. Last inning. The pitch from Creighton Dyke. Dubray smashes one fair down the third base line. That'll be back-to-back 2-run innings to start the ball game. Dubray digs for second, and he is out at second base. Good job by Jace Heimerman. Got the throw in. And Heartland applies the tag as Dubray gets credit for the RBI, but he's thrown out trying to stretch that single into a double. We've played 2 here at Bauer Shanklin Field tonight. Alliance leads the Zephyrs 4-0 on the Westco scoreboard.
Plant seeds of safety around irrigation equipment. Here are some potential hazards. Avoid moving irrigation equipment on windy days. Never try to remove an irrigation pipe that is contacting a power line. Keep spray from irrigation systems away from power lines. Make sure wiring is always grounded properly. Stay away from irrigation systems during lightning activity. We should always promote safety in all fields of endeavor. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Lee's Heads.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Top the third inning tonight on KNEB.TV, the Trail, and KHYYFM.com. 8-9-1 doing the lineup for the Zephyrs. That'd be Andon Pittman, Chris Snelling, and Wyatt Hott. A 1-2 count now on Pittman, getting the start tonight at first base. Pittman hitting .200 for the senior team so far this summer. 4 for 20. He's got 5 RBIs, scored a couple of runs. He's got 1 extra base hit, a triple. Pittman waits on the delivery from Crow. Bouncer right back to the box, and fielding his position cleanly, Chance Crow. Soft toss over to Jacob Callan, and the leadoff man retired here for the Zephyrs in the third. Chris Snelling, the hitter. Snelling at .355. He's 11 for 31. He's driven in 9. Big cut at a big curveball. Missed it by a pretty substantial margin. 4-0. Alliance with the early lead tonight. Top the third inning. And Snelling looks at a called strike. It's 0-2. Leadoff man Wyatt Hott waits in the on-deck circle for the Zephyrs. Pitch from Crow, fastball wide. Couple breakers to start the at-bat, and he goes away with the fastball. And the pitch. A swing and a miss, and down goes Chris Snelling, third strikeout victim of the night. All 3 swinging for Chance Crow, who's looked pretty solid to this point. Really just a credit to Coach Palamo and the Alliance staff to develop these arms like they have over the last couple of years. And Crow nowhere near their number 1 or 2. First pitch swinging, Hot rolls one to Jacob Callan, the first baseman. Chance Crow's now retired 7 in a row, and 9 of the first 10 men he's faced so far tonight. 2.5 complete in Alliance. It's the Spartans on top of the Zephyrs, 4-0 on the West Coast scoreboard. Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing. A 4-0 lead for the Alliance Spartans as they'll hit here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 runs each in the first 2 innings for Alliance. Jacob Callan, Joel Baker, and E.J. Gomez, the 3 hitters do against Creighton Dyke. And Dyke misses, blown away in the dirt. Now 2 balls and no strikes to Callan so far tonight. He reached on an error and was stranded at third base. Alliance left the bases loaded in the first, so this thing could be much worse. There's the 2-0 called strike, 2-1 now on Callan. Baker on deck. Carlos Palamo coaching in the third base box, the head coach for Alliance. Here's the pitch from Creighton Dyke. Little foul tip plate, and the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lights starting to take full effect here at Bauer Shanklin Field. Count will hold 2 balls and 2 strikes as Callan fouls one out of play first base side. At last check, they had a rain delay, weather delay of some sort at Gehring for the Gordon and Platte Valley Companies game. That'll be an infield base hit for Jacob Callan, leadoff man aboard for Alliance here in the third. That'll bring up Joel Baker. Callan leads from first. Nobody out. Baker had an RBI single in his first at bat. Lays down a bunt. Coming off the mound to field it cleanly and make the throw. They get the out at first base. That'll be a sacrifice bunt for Joel Baker. He's retired 1-3 as Callan moves into scoring position. We'll have Jeff Kelly over at Oregon Trail Park again tomorrow night with Gehring hosting Bridgeport. TV and radio right here on the trail. Pioneers have the night off tonight. They'll be in Pierre tomorrow for action. And then Friday, West Nebraska volleyball at 4 o'clock. Radio only on the trail. TV and radio for the football game Friday night from Bearcat Stadium. Pitch to Gomez down low. Gomez singled in the first. His second AB coming here in the third. A 4-0 lead for Alliance. 1 out, a man in scoring position. Jacob Callan, the runner, at second. Creighton Dyke delivers. And a called strike to Gomez. A.J. Escamilla now moves to the on-deck circle for Alliance. Alliance finished runner-up in the Class B state tournament last summer at Oregon Trail Park Stadium in Gehring. Hard smash into left field. Coach Palamo at third will wave in Callan. The throw comes home, and that'll allow Gomez to move into scoring position himself at second base. Now a 5-0 lead. And that'll bring up A.J. Escamilla, a 5-0 lead. Alliance played at 2 in the first, got 2 more last inning, and they've got 1 thus far in the third. Pitch from Dyke. Alliance appears to be kind of waiting back and sitting on some of these off-speed pitches from Dyke right now. They've decided he cannot throw it by us with any regularity. This one down low in the dirt. Creighton, just a super tough kid. He'll catch. He's played a lot of third base, and when asked, he'll step onto the mound and try and give you some innings. Here's the pitch. Check swing. This one popped up out of play. Back of the press box area. Ball and 2 strikes. A 5-0 lead for Alliance. We play bottom 3. KNEB.TV coverage, and a breaking ball that froze Escamilla. Nothing he could do except stand there with the bat on his shoulder and then head back to the dugout. A called third strike.
Number 22, Kirk Sanders. Excuse me, that was the second out of the inning.
That'll bring up Kirk Sanders. Laid down a bunt single last inning to lead things off. This ball hit in the air, out to short center. Wyatt Hott's got a beat on it, and he makes the play. So Alliance gets one, they leave one. We've played 3 in Alliance tonight. Bauer Shanklin Field, Alliance on top of the Zephyrs, 5-0 on the Westco scoreboard.
Allo for Education is back for its 6th year. So far, we've donated $200,000 to local schools, and we're not done yet. We hope you'll join us in helping educators build a brighter tomorrow for the kids in our communities. All you have to do is switch to Allo by September 30th, and we'll give $50 to the participating school of your choice. Already an Allo customer? Tell your friends and earn a $50 bill credit plus our school donation. Let's close the digital divide together. Switch today. Visit allofiber.com/education.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Their help with the partner program and their support of youth activities here in Alliance. Leading off in the top of the 4th inning for Scott Clark for Westco. Shortstop, number 6, Jared Alcazar.
Chris with you tonight, TV and radio from Bauer Shanklin Field here at our Logos broadcast location, just to the left of the press box here at the ballpark. Jared Baltazar leads things off for the Zephyrs. Westco needs to find some offense here. They trail 5-0 against Alliance. Chance Crow's been solid here through 3 innings. He struck out 3 through 3 to this point, and he's retired 7 men straight. That run will come to an end as Baltazar with a line shot to left with a leadoff base hit.
Opens the 4th inning for Scottsbluff with the single. Next batter, the Westco pitcher, number 27, Creighton Dyke.
So that makes things look a little brighter in a hurry because you get the leadoff man on, and now a couple of big bats coming up in Creighton Dyke and Tate Carson. Zephyrs trail 5-0. Top of the 4th inning. Baltazar now 1 for 2. Creighton Dyke reached on a base on balls in the 1st inning. Chance Crow comes set, delivers. First pitch strike to Creighton. Alliance got 2 each in the 1st and 2nd, and 1 run last inning. Crow throws over. Baltazar back in, standing up. Pitch from Chance Crow, another called strike. He's found the strike zone here early. And this AB against Creighton Dyke. Starting pitcher for the Zephyrs hits out of an open stance. Average over 440 coming into play tonight.
1-2 count.
Crow misses high, a ball and 2 strikes. On deck, Carson, and then KJ Hartline now due up. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dyke. Creighton hits one really high. Out to left. Tough play and able to make it back near the warning track in left field. Fairly easy play once he found it and camped underneath it for Joel Baker. First out here in the 4th. Baltazar back to first base, and that'll bring up Tate Carson. Tate came in at 4:08. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Baltazar led the inning off with a base hit. He leads from first. The pitch from Crow. And a called strike to Tate Carson. And Tate skies one. Right center field. Now charging in center. Late break on the ball. Coming in quickly and making the play is Kirk Sanders. Nice running grab. Wound up in short right field. That thing higher than it was deep into the outfield. So good play by Sanders. And now Hartline, the hitter. And Sanders will move a little bit towards left field. He paces towards the left center field alley. Here's the pitch from Crow. Hartline skies one, short right. Gonna be a tough play. Can anybody get there? Coming in to make the catch in right field is Chase King. So leadoff base hit, and then 3 in a row retired on the mound for Crow. We've played 3.5 here in Alliance, and the Spartans continue to lead in shutout fashion over the Zephyrs, 5-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Allo for Education is back for its 6th year. So far, we've donated $200,000 to local schools, and we're not done yet. We hope you'll join us in helping educators build a brighter tomorrow for the kids in our communities. All you have to do is switch to Allo by September 30th, and we'll give $50 to the participating school of your choice. Already an Allo customer? Tell your friends and earn a $50 bill credit plus our school donation. Let's close the digital divide together. Switch today. Visit allofiber.com/education.
Top of the order for Alliance here in their half of the fourth. Creighton Dyke, the starter, back to work for the Zephyrs. Chase King, Colin Schroyer, and Kason Clark. A 5-0 score. Spartans at the plate already with a 5-0 head start in this one. Called strike from Dyke against Chase King. Had a game earlier this year on KNEB.TV where King pitched against Riley Shaneman when Gehring hosted Alliance. A real good pitcher's duel. Jeff had the call that night. I just cozied up in the man cave downstairs, turned things on, and enjoyed a very brisk, fast-paced, quick one over at Oregon Trail Park with King against Shaneman. The pitch now from Dyke. King checks his swing and now ahead 3 balls and a strike in this showdown with Creighton Dyke. King 1 for 2, a fly out and a single. And now King had already discarded the bat over near the on-deck circle and taken a couple of steps towards first base. Scott Golian says, "Not so fast, my friend. Let's do a 3-2 thing right here." Here we go. Dyke and King, the payoff pitch. And got him swinging.
First out of the inning for the Spartans. They'll bring up second baseman, number 2, Colin Schroyer.
So one away, and Colin Schroyer stands in. And Schroyer gets hit by the pitch. Second time that Dyke has hit Schroyer. He's been on all 3 times. 0 for 1 with 2 times on via the hit batter. Reached on a fielder's choice. A 1-out hit batsman, and that'll bring up Kaysen Clark, who singled, stole a base, and scored in the first inning, and he flied to Wyatt Hott for the second out in the second. Now laying down the bunt, Clark rolls it foul. Even with the 5-0 lead, Carlos Palamo continues to try and chip away here with some small ball. Even with 1 out, he'll take that runner in scoring position. With the talent of a Dubray on deck. 5-0. Dyke comes set. Checks on the runner. And the pitch. Breaking from first. The throw down. In time. And they throw out the would-be base stealer, Colin Schroyer. Make-up call from earlier? Maybe. Looked like he snuck that lead leg in safely. Call goes against Alliance. It goes for the Zephyrs and Creighton Dyke. Now 2 outs and no one on. 5-0 the score. Creighton Dyke delivers. Big swing from the left-handed hitting third baseman. Kaysen Clark down 0-1. Check down 1-2. Had the stolen base attempt in this at-bat. Now an infield chopper that gets over the glove of the first baseman, Andon Pittman. That took a wicked high hop over his glove.
Everybody going to be safe down there at first base.
And I am going to pull up the Game Changer app and see how that one was scored. I want to say error, but we'll see what Mr. Carson has done running the Game Changer account on that one. And we're going to go with that. That'll be an error. They'll say on Creighton Dyke covering. And now Dubray hits. So that caught stealing looms large. You'd have 2 aboard with 1 out. Instead, 2 away and a base runner at first. Dubray with Clark the runner. Creighton Dyke gets the signal from Dario Rodriguez. The pitch hammered into left. Base hit. Take Carson.
down the road. He just felt like something spoke to his heart. And
at Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Program and for the support of the kids in the community. Leading off for Westco, top of the 5th inning, left fielder, number 30, Jay Heimerman.
Creighton Dyke able to hang his first 0 of the night. In the bottom of that 4th inning, we move to the 5th, and Alliance still leads 5-0. The pitch from Chance Crow to Jace Heimerman, a called strike. Check that now, Chase King on the mound. So King comes on in relief of Crow. Excellent start tonight for Crow, who went 4 scoreless. And King records an out in his first batter faced as Heimerman flies to center. So things going to get tough on this Zephyrs offense now with Chase King in relief. And he pitches to Rodriguez. So far tonight, Dario 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the second in the inning. You get one early in a count that's a fastball and that's hittable. Time to fire away against King here. Get you behind in the count and he can polish you off. Fastball. Misses away.
2-1 the count.
2-1 the count. As King delivers to Dario Rodriguez, swing and a miss at the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. King gets the signal, rocks and fires. And ripping one into right center, moving over to make the play in the right center field gap for out number 2. Trying to see who moved, because King started in right, not sure who moved out there. Dubray's still at short. That's Clark still at third. Andon Pittman tried to check his swing, could not. Could be just Crow out there in right, swapping spots with King. Tip your cap to Chance Crow, 4 scoreless against the Zephyrs here tonight. The pitch from King to Pittman. Chopper on the infield, Clark charges, makes the play. Off one leg, fires across to Cowan. Easy play in the nonchalant flip of the ball from the glove to the mound from Cowan. 4.5 played at Bowers Shanklin Field. Alliance leads the Westco Zephyrs 5-0 on the Westco scoreboard.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pitching change for Westco. The new pitcher is number 13.
KNEB.TV coverage tonight, radio on the trail, and we're streaming online at KHYYFM.com. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast location here at Bauer Shanklin Field. And Alliance, the Westco Zephyrs, trailing on the road against the Alliance Spartans by the score of 5-0. Alliance has now lifted their starting pitcher and gone to one of their top arms, Chase King, to make things tougher. The Zephyrs have said that'll do it tonight for starter Creighton Dyke, and Dario Rodriguez is on in relief for the Z's. So Rodriguez and Dyke switch positions as Creighton goes behind the plate to catch the rest of the way tonight. Joel Baker will lead off, an RBI single in the first, and he laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat, officially 1 for 1 with an RBI. The pitch to Baker. Rodriguez not afraid on the mound. He'll attack these hitters. And the pitch from Dario. Curveball. Clips the top of the strike zone for a called strike, 1-1. Now 2-1. Rodriguez misses away. Joel skies one. In the air. Will it stay in fair territory? It will for Tate Carson. He makes the play at third.
Third baseman for the first out. We've got a pinch hitter here. Now batting in place of TJ Gomez, the catcher, number 42, Mario Garza.
Now Mario Garza will pinch hit here in the fifth for E.J. Gomez. Mario Garza gets out of a crouch. First pitch swinging. Roller out to Heartland at second. And quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Now we go 4-3 in the scorebook and brings up A.J. Escamilla. Escamilla's popped to second and struck out looking. Check that, we get another. Change at the plate. Chance Crow, he moved to right field, so that settles that because he's now hitting. It'll be his first at bat. He's in for Escamilla here in the 8-hole in the order. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-0 lead. And Kirk Sanders on deck if Crow can reach. The pitch from Rodriguez. Curveball misses high. Opening day for the big leagues. 2 nights away. 2 games on Thursday. Yankees and the Nationals. Great pitching matchup with Scherzer and Cole. Pitch from Gomez. Another foul ball off the bat of Crow. Then the late game, the Dodgers, with Mookie Betts in the fold, they'll take on the Giants, their arch rival. Rockies will open up on Friday night down at the new ballpark of the Texas Rangers. Grounder on the infield, played by Pittman. Underhand flip to Rodriguez, and that will do it. Talk more about the Rockies, where you can find them this year on the Rural Radio Network when we come back. We've played 5 tonight on the road in Alliance for the Westco Zephyrs. They trail 5-0 on the Westco scoreboard.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
New pitcher in the game for Alliance, number 12, Chase King. And let's give James Crow a hand, folks. He did a nice job out there.
I'm good.
Leading off for
Yeah, I'll use it here shortly. I'm good right now.
Kelly flies out to Baker left field for the first out of the inning.
Quickly 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Leadoff man retired Chris Snelling. 9-1-2 due here in the top of the 6th. And Wyatt Hott stands in. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out to the first baseman. Snelling flew out to Baker and left. Now another fly ball, short center, Dubray drifting back, and he makes a nice running play. Running away from the infield, Dubray gloves it in short center field. Nice play by Trevor.
Shortstop, number 6, Jared Baltazar.
And that'll bring up Jared Baltazar with 2 outs and nobody on. Baltazar has the only hit in the ball game for the Zephyrs tonight. That was a leadoff single, well-struck ball into left to start the 4th. Crow and King have combined on the shutout to this point. Another hard smash, and that'll get under the glove. That'll be a clean single.
Baltazar with the single, 2 outs in the inning.
So he's got both hits tonight for the Z's. 2-out base runner, and that'll bring up Creighton Dyke. Dyke is officially 0 for 1. Walked in the first and then flew out in the 4th inning. Top 6. Z's trail here at Alliance 5-0. King sets and delivers. Misses low. Again, back to the Rockies. We'll have the Rockies all summer long, 60-game sprint. And Dyke hits one in the air, deep left center. And now camping underneath it to make the play is Kirk Sanders. Rockies baseball on KOLT 690. They'll play Friday pregame at 5:30. First pitch at 6:05. 5.5 complete on the road tonight. Zephyrs trail the Lions 5-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Join us in Mitchell, Nebraska for the 133rd Annual Scottsbluff County Fair, July 25th through August 1st. Evening events start on Tuesday with the FAA Alumni Chore Time. Wednesdays, the Heartland Truck and Tractor Pull. Local stock at 6, main event to follow. Thursday is Dueling Pianos by Fun Pianos. Friday, it's the No Limits Monster Truck Competition. Then on Saturday, it's the 37th Annual Rubber Check Race. And on August 15th, it's the Demo Derby. For tickets, call 632-1828 or visit ScottsBluffCountyFairgrounds.com.
Be water wise. Did you know that most people over-fertilize their lawns and gardens? This means your fertilizer and money wash down the storm drain into our waterways where it makes dangerous algae grow. So the next time you fertilize the yard, remember, you're not just fertilizing your lawn, so don't overwater or use fertilizer when rain is in the forecast. Smart waterways add to clean water. This is a message from Tri-City Stormwater.
Leading off for Alliance in the bottom of the sixth inning, center fielder number 22, Kirk Sanders.
Bottom six, a 5-0 lead for the Alliance Spartans. Kirk Sanders will lead things off against Dario Rodriguez. Rodriguez misses high with a fastball, 1-0 to start things here in the bottom of the sixth. Express won the juniors game 11-0 in 5 innings. Sanders hits one back and out of play. So if you haven't seen any of the exhibition games here on television the last few nights, of course you're not going to see any fans in attendance at these big league games when we get started here in a couple of nights. They'll be using pumped-in crowd noise from the stadium. I've seen mixed reviews from the players. Many that like it say it keeps everybody from hearing what's being said at field level. Definitely keeps, teams from hearing one another down on the field at times. Now Sanders draws a leadoff walk.
Start the inning for Alliance. Going to bring up top of the batting order. Number 12, Chase King.
And now back to the top we go with Chase King, the man at the plate for Alliance. Started in right. Now he's thrown 2 innings on the bump. 4 scoreless from starter Chance Crow tonight. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. And this one fouled back to the netting. Leadoff man aboard for Alliance. The free pass issued moments ago to Sanders. He leads. Rodriguez throws over to check on him. Colin Schroyer on deck, and then Kaysen Clark. 5-0 Alliance. The pitch from Rodriguez. And King trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt. Instead it goes foul, and he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Got to imagine he'll be swinging away here on the 0-2 pitch, or at least the rest of the way in this at bat. Holds the bat away from his body towards home plate. No batting gloves. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez, and got him swinging.
That'll be the first out of the inning for the Spartans. He'll bring up the Alliance catcher, number 2, Colin.
Second time tonight that King has struck out. He's 1 for 3 at a single in the second. Sanders breaks, and the throw late arriving to cover was KJ Hartline.
Sanders goes to second base on.
And that'll be a stolen base for Kirk Sanders. Schroyer so far tonight, hit by a pitch, scored a run in the first. Hit to a fielder's choice in the second. Hit by a pitch again, caught stealing in the fourth. Man in scoring position for the Spartans. They look to add on to their 5-0 lead. Sprayed into center, hot charging. That'll be a double play, easy double play at second base as Kirk Sanders was off with the crack of the bat, and an easy play for the Zephyrs. Haunt makes the catch and then throws it into the infield. They touch second, and we have played 6 tonight at Bauer Shanklin Field. Zephyrs down to their final 3 outs. They trail 5-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Alliance plays at 3 p.m., but the tournament starts at 9 a.m. on Friday, and that's Gearing and Bridgeport. Then after that, Sydney and Shadron play at noon. Then Alliance plays at 3 p.m. against Gordon, and then there's a loser bracket game after that. So if you have time, though, and you're not doing anything, come on out. There's going to be baseball all day here.
It's been tough sledding tonight for this Zephyrs offense. Yet to tally anything on the scoreboard. Just 2 hits is all in the ball game, both from Jared Baltazar, hitting in the 2 spot in the lineup. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 to take their hacks against Chase King, who's trying to close things out with 3 scoreless in relief after starting pitcher Chance Crow worked the first 4 innings and allowed just the 1 hit, no runs. Tate Carson, KJ Hartline, and Jace Heimerman. Carson stands in, first pitch swinging. This ball skied on the infield. Schroyer makes the play at second.
Carlson pops out to second base for the first out of the inning. Bring up the second baseman for Westco, number 18, KJ Hartline.
Now KJ Hartline stands in. So far tonight, he's popped to second and fly to right. Here's the pitch from King to KJ. And a called strike at the knees. The pitch from King. Hartline, a little squibber into right over the first baseman's head. That's down for a 1-out single. 3rd hit of the night for the Zephyrs. First of the night for Hartline. First hit from anyone other than Jared Baltazar. Now Jace Heimerman stands in. Jace tonight has flied to center twice. 0 for 2. Heimerman. Little infield looper out to Schroyer. And that is the second out. And the Zephyrs down to their final out of the night. Dario Rodriguez, the hitter. Zephyrs, if they don't change course here in a hurry and come back to win it, they will drop to 8-16. The pitch from King, check swing. Didn't matter, a called strike to Dario Rodriguez, who struck out in the second and flying to right in the 5th. He's 0 for 2. He's thrown a couple of scoreless innings on the mound in relief of Creighton Dyke, who allowed 5 in his 4 innings. The 2 runs in the first were unearned. Chase King delivers. And we'll see if this does it. Ground ball out to Schroyer, and he can't stop it. That'll roll into right field. It was a tough play for Schroyer. Base hit for Dario Rodriguez. 2 on, 2 out, so the Zephyrs still alive here, and Andon Pittman the hitter. Pitch to Pittman, low and in the dirt so far in this game. Pittman is grounded back to the pitcher. That was Crow, who made a nice play on the mound, and then also rolled out to Kason Clark, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2. Couple of ground outs. 5-0 the score. Zephyrs with their first real scoring threat of the night. First time they've had 2 men on. King to Pittman, and it's 1-1, a called strike to the Westco first baseman. Big cut, no contact, and the Z's down to their final strike. King tries to close out the combined shutout with Chance Crow. We'll get to our Runs of Postgame show coming up here in a moment, it would appear. King delivers. And fouling it back to the net. Pittman stays alive. Chris Snelling, the on-deck hitter, if anyone, or if this inning continues, if Pittman can reach. Pittman offers it that one. Anything close, you've got to be swinging the bat right now. That's exactly what he did. Fouled it away. Ball and 2 strikes. Runners lead from first and second. Pittman, little infield, little looping liner we'll call it. Pitcher couldn't glove it. Rolls out to Schroyer, who was in on all 3 putouts here in the 7th. So, final score tonight. Zephyrs leave a pair in the top of the 7th. They fall on the road here at Alliance. The final 5-0 on the Westco scoreboard. We'll get to our Runs of Postgame show right after this.
Please be careful on your drive home.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
The summer heat is back, but you can keep your cool with new windows from Renewal by Andersen. That's right, Christmas in July is back. Plus, it's also Renewal by Andersen's 25th anniversary. And to celebrate, we are offering no payment, no money down, and no interest for 25 months. That means no payment until 2022 and 20% off every window and door. You'll never see an offer like this again. So call Renewal by Andersen of Wyoming today at 307-215-7493.
Santa's been busy making his list, but the elves at VIAERO are helping him check it twice with big Christmas and July savings on iPhones like a free SE or up to $700 off 11 series with a new line of service and eligible trade. Need 2 lines? Buy one, get one for you and the kids. Hurry in before these deals are gone. Visit a local VIAERO store or viaero.com for more details. VIAERO Wireless, keeping you connected.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Pretty fast-paced ball game tonight here at Bauer Shanklin Field. And Alliance, as the homestanding Alliance Spartans get a shutout victory over the Westco Zephyrs by the score of 5-0. Your line score in this one, the Z's, again, shutout, no runs. They pick up 4 hits, and they commit 2 errors defensively. For Alliance, 5 runs on 9 hits, and no errors behind their 2 pitchers on the mound. Chance Crow and Chase King combined on the 4-hit shutout. With the loss, the Zephyrs drop to 8-16. Alliance continues their fine summer season. Their record now 24-12. They played 36 games in just over a month's time here this summer after the late start for Legion Baseball. 5-0 the final. We'll step away, come back, and check the box score with a check on post-game numbers, brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply in the Rockpile Division and Service. We'll get to that right after this. A 5-0 road loss tonight for the Zephyrs on the West Coast scoreboard.
Plant seeds of safety around irrigation equipment. Here are some potential hazards. Avoid moving irrigation equipment on windy days. Never try to remove an irrigation pipe that is contacting a power line. Keep spray from irrigation systems away from power lines. Make sure wiring is always grounded properly. Stay away from irrigation systems during lightning activity. We should always promote safety in all fields of endeavor. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Lee's Heads.
Back on the Runs of Post-Game Show, we check in now after a loss with Westco head coach Jeremiah Luber. And, Coach, got to tip your cap. Chance Crow came out and threw 4 scoreless, and then they go to one of their better arms, Chase King, to lock things down. So fast-paced ball game tonight. You just couldn't generate much in the way of offense.
Yeah, and I talked to our guys. You know, it's pretty hard to win when you don't score, right? Kind of a simple game there. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I think that last inning, wasn't that the first guy we had at second base from what I could remember?
First runner at second, first time you had 2 men on.
He did a really good job of throwing strikes, throwing quality strikes. He got us induced us into some fly balls, and the fly ball is one of the easier things to defend, and we didn't make the adjustment quick enough at the plate. So.
Yeah, even after Jared reached on one of his 2 singles, you got the leadoff man on, and then boom, 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 fly out to left, center, and right. Now, defensively, Creighton, some of those runs unearned early because that early error, and that kind of opened the floodgates in that first inning, or who knows how things could have turned out.
Yeah, and Tate knows he's good enough to make that play. He knows he didn't come get the ball like he needed to, and that was pretty big. And we weren't able to get the next guys out after that, and that hurt. And that kind of set the tone whereas it kind of takes us when you're down 4-0 in the second inning out of doing some of the small ball stuff we like to do.
look, no one's trying to make excuses, but you guys are a little bit shorthanded right now. Your top arm, Hunter McCollum's out, I'm guessing the rest of the way with that injured finger on the hand. And Porter has missed a few games here and there, and he's out tonight getting set for the high school tennis season with his teammates at Cornhusker State games. So, those are two of your best players and definitely two of your most relied on players. And when you're shorthanded, boy, that makes it tough.
Yeah, it does, but I thought we played just fine. I was very pleased with defensively how we did tonight. I was very pleased with how Creighton and Dario threw on the mound. They did I think only walked a couple of guys and just missed some locations there. And when those guys are gone or injuries happen, it gives other guys opportunities to step up. And you're just hoping that could have swung it a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, Dario threw just 20 pitches in his 2 innings. He walked 1, struck out 1, and really Creighton probably pitched better than his line score would indicate. The Alliance has a good ball club.
Yeah, and that's what I told the guys too. What was unfortunate is we just, offensively we didn't do nearly enough to put any sort of pressure on them. And they didn't give us anything. They didn't give us any errors. They didn't give us any free bases there with walks, and so we had to generate our own offense with the bats, and it unfortunately didn't happen tonight.
So got to saddle up and get ready for what's going to be a tough Saturday. North Platte's a much improved team. Took it to Gering twice over the weekend. They've beaten some really good clubs so far this summer, and we'll see what you guys are made of come Saturday.
Yeah, we're excited for it. Get down to see some of our area opponents we haven't got a chance to see yet this year. So we're excited to go down there and see North Platte. They've had a good season, so we'll see how it goes.
Coach, I know it's tough after a ball game, but I appreciate you giving up a few moments to come up here for a few comments.
Yep, no, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for the coverage.
Our pleasure. Final score tonight, final 5-0 on the Westco scoreboard. We'll come back with more on the Runs of Postgame show right after this. Thanks, Coach. You bet. Have a safe trip.
Yeah, you too.
Good, thank you. Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Allo for Education is back for its 6th year. So far, we've donated $200,000 to local schools, and we're not done yet. We hope you'll join us in helping educators build a brighter tomorrow for the kids in our communities. All you have to do is switch to Allo by September 30th, and we'll give $50 to the participating school of your choice. Already an Allo customer? Tell your friends and earn a $50 bill credit plus our school donation. Let's close the digital divide together. Switch today. Visit allofiber.com/education.
Post-game shows. We wrap things up here from Bauer, Shanklin Field, and Alliance. Let's get a quick check on our post-game stats, brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. They also offer the rock pile division and service. We'll start with the Zephyrs in the 5-0 loss. Just 4 hits in the ball game, 2 for Jared Baltazar and 1 each in that 7th inning, the final inning of the ball game. KJ Hartline and Dario Rodriguez each record a pair of singles. 4 singles on the night, no extra base hits. On the mound for the Zephyrs, Creighton Dyke gets the loss. 4 innings pitched, 9 hits, 5 runs allowed. 3 of those earned. He struck out 3, did not walk anyone. Dario Rodriguez threw 2 innings of relief, no hits allowed, a walk, and a strikeout included. Multi-hit game for Alliance's shortstop Trevor Dubray. Also 2 hits for the catcher Gomez. They had really fine pitching tonight. Chance Crow started, got the win. He worked 4, allowed just 1 hit, no runs, walked 1 and struck out 3. Chase King gets the save, a 3-inning save. Went the long way to pick up the save tonight. 3 innings, 3 hits, no walks, and no strikeouts. King threw just 29 pitches as Alliance gets set for basically the area tournament here this weekend. Gering will be included in that. And for the Zephyrs, as mentioned with head coach Jeremiah Luber, they head to North Platte on Saturday. Not sure where things are at. I know they had a weather delay early tonight at Oregon Trail Park in Gering with Platte Valley Companies and Gordon. Back there tomorrow with TV and radio with Jeff as Gering gets set to entertain the Bridgeport Bombers. For Matt, for Ani, for Sarah here tonight on site in Alliance at Bauer Shanklin Field, I'm Chris Cottrell. Appreciate you tuning in. Both KNEB.TV and Radio on the Trail will have the setup again tomorrow night at Gering for Platte Valley Companies and Bridgeport. That'll do it from here tonight. The final score 5-0 Alliance downs Westco on the Westco scoreboard.
Upgrade your job skills? Enroll for less at
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs.